for air. It was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On first down, it's Tannehill. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's got some space here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 20-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On second down, here's Henry. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Tannehill. Flushed out right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's McDonald to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. Turns the end zone for Brown. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second down now. It's Henry. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McDonald sets to throw. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
McDonald being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
First and goal from the 3.
Taylor. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got one.
Throwing is McDonald.
Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it.
On the return, Johnson.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bud Dupree came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Back to throw. McDonald under pressure. They got him again. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide.
Oh, some strong running. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Keep playing hard.
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts' 13-yard line.
Tannehill now to throw. Buying time to his left.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. McDonald. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Derrick Henry. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In a game where one field goal was all these offenses could muster in the first two quarters, you figure both coaching staffs were needing to make plenty of adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon Gott.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Thanks. Hey, we could use a touchdown. 3-0 as we welcome you back in. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So the PI decline, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of 40. 60 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 5. Out of the gun, McDonald. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Taylor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They snap it to Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McDonald flush to his nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. McDonald. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A few things better. Than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. To throw is Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Colts first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. And all the way down to the 29. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. Tannehill going to throw for it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Whrock21. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. McDonald.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor wiggles free. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Jalen Mills in on the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 139 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Now a give to Taylor, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2.
Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Tannehill. Flushed out right. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at first and goal. Here's Tannehill. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force